All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are talking about something absolutely critical for anyone working in data right now, how this whole AI revolution is actually creating a massive data quality crisis. Because, let's be honest, AI is incredibly powerful, but it's only as smart as the data you feed it. Let's get into it.
This quote, man, it just nails it, doesn't it? We are way past the point where bad data just means a wonky report. Now, a single little error can get amplified by an AI model, and suddenly it's making thousands of bad decisions every single second. I mean, just imagine a trading algorithm going completely haywire, all because of one bad data point. The stakes have never, ever been higher. And if you're a data engineer, an analyst, or data leader, you know this feeling. You're the one on the front lines, getting hammered with questions about why these million-dollar models are spitting out nonsense. You're constantly fighting fires. This isn't some abstract problem. For you, it's Tuesday.
So to really get the full picture of this crisis, you've got to understand that AI is basically an exponential amplifier. What used to be a tiny little data issue, a nuisance really, can now blow up into a full-blown business disaster in the blink of an eye.
And look, these nightmare scenarios, they're not just hypotheticals. This stuff is happening right now. You could have an LLM confidently telling your CEO that revenue is soaring when, whoops, it's actually tanking. Or think about a tiny, seemingly harmless change to your data's structure, what we call a schema drift. In the old days, maybe it breaks a dashboard, annoying but fixable. Today, it can corrupt thousands of predictions every single second. This is the new reality.
So why are all our tried and true methods for data quality suddenly falling apart? Well, the subtitle says it all. It's like trying to win a rocket race on a bicycle. We're using processes that were designed for, weekly reports to manage a system that operates at the speed of thought. It just can't keep up.
And you can see this evolution so clearly when you lay it out. We started with what I like to call hope-based quality, basically just crossing our fingers and hoping for the best. Then we got more disciplined with structured testing, manually writing rules, and more recently, data observability gave us that continuous monitoring. Each of these was a huge step up, but now we've hit the AI breaking point. The speed and the sheer volume of data being consumed just makes any manual process totally impossible.
And this is the cruel irony, isn't it? It's this vicious cycle that data teams are trapped in. The very technology that demands absolutely pristine, perfect data has also created an environment so fast, so complex, that our old manual methods for guaranteeing that quality are, well, they're obsolete.
But okay, it's not all doom and gloom, not by a long shot. A really powerful response is bubbling up from the data community itself, and that's the open source revolution, which is giving us a whole new arsenal of tools to fight back.
So why open source? What's the big deal? Well, it's a complete game changer. For starters, you get transparency. You can actually see how the tests work instead of dealing with a mysterious black box. You get endless flexibility to customize things for your specific data stack. And maybe best of all, you get to tap into the brainpower and innovation of the entire community, all without that eye-watering price tag of proprietary software.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, great, open source, but where do I even start? There are a ton of new tools out there and the landscape can feel, well, a little chaotic. But it really just boils down to two main approaches, two main categories of solutions.
So these two main categories are data quality testing and data observability. The easiest way to think about it is this. Testing is like a proactive, planned inspection. You're defining the rules and checking against them. Observability, on the other hand, is like a passive, always-on security camera. It's just sitting there, constantly watching your pipelines for anything unexpected. And here's the key. In this new AI era, you absolutely need both.
So in the testing world, you've got your established players, tools like Great Expectations and Soda Core. In observability, you've got great options like Elementary. But check out that last column, the automation first category. This is where things get really interesting, because the biggest evolution isn't just about having the tools, it's about how you use them.
And this brings us to a really fundamental point, a core realization. The only way to possibly manage data quality at the speed of AI is to fight AI with AI. You have to embrace automation as a core principle, not just some nice-to-have afterthought.
And here's why. The brutal truth is that even with these great open source frameworks, the real bottleneck isn't the technology. It's us. It's the human effort. It's that painstaking, mind-numbing process of manually writing hundreds or even thousands of individual tests. It just doesn't scale.
I mean, think about the old way, right? This artisanal approach. You stare at a table, you try to brainstorm all the things that could go wrong, you hand code every single test, then you do it again for the next table, and the next, and the next. And by the time you're done, the data has already changed and half your tests are useless. It is a recipe for burnout, plain and simple.
Now, contrast that with the new way, an automation-first approach. Instead of hand coding, we're talking about AI-driven test generation. We're talking about getting comprehensive test coverage with the push of a button. We're talking automated anomaly detection and shareable reports that people actually look at and act on. It's a completely different world.
Let's just put a number on this to make it real. A good automated tool can generate over 120 distinct intelligent tests for a single data table, covering everything from integrity to hygiene to quality. Now ask yourself, how long would it take a data engineer to manually write 120 tests? Okay, now multiply that by the hundreds of tables you have. The math is just brutal, and it makes the case for automation undeniable. So what happens when you bring all this together? When you combine these awesome open source tools with this automation-first mindset, you get a new philosophy for how we run our data platforms. You get the rise of data ops.
And data ops is so much more than just another tool. It's a discipline. It's about weaving your culture, your processes, and your tools into this continuous feedback loop. And this really represents a crucial shift in our mindset. We've got to move from just reacting to broken data after the fact to proactively designing our systems for trustworthy data from the very beginning.
You know, for years, the goal was just a green checkmark in our pipeline tool. But what good is a green pipeline if it's delivering bad data? It's worthless. In the age of AI, there is only one goal that actually matters: trusted data. So I'll leave you with this one question to take back to your own organization. Are you still playing defense, just reacting to failures, trying to prevent the next disaster? Or are you proactively designing a system, a culture, and a tool chain that builds trust into every single piece of data you have? Because your answer to that question is what will define your success in the age of AI. Thanks for joining us.